the you of then was on a path of self-destruction?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I would have, for sure, 100%. Yeah. It would have been no bueno. It was bad. I don't know if I'd be alive, for sure. It was dark. So I'm very, very grateful to have influences in my life that have played a huge part in me seeing their relationship with Jesus and their relationship with their wives and their relationship with their kids and saying that's what I want. But I want to definitely tell my story so that if that resonates to anybody, that they can hopefully. Months ago, I was really struggling mentally and emotionally, and just there was so many things that were adding up, and I wasn't able to enjoy any of the things that I own.
That stuff's not gonna matter to you.
None of the actual things did anything because I was so hurt and I was so confused and I was so sick and there was all these things, and I was like, I can't, there's like, you just can't, like you said, you can't enjoy the actual physical, tangible, like things that money offers, right? But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters and
I want to also just show you this montage. This is a montage that was shared by Evie Magazine. They do great work on their TikTok of Justin Bieber, again, just 15 years old, in Hollywood, surrounded by a bunch of adults. And you let me know if any of this registers to you as normal. Take a listen.
Wow. I feel violated right now. Wow.
Lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 in like 2 weeks.
I don't ever remember smelling that good at 16. Like that was bad.
Yeah.
Wow, look at your eyes. Look at what a beautiful face. All right, now it's time to...
Would you rather have to be naked on stage during one full song, or drink a cup of blended worms? Answer Justin Bieber.
I have like little girl fans. I can't go.
Okay, imagine that wasn't a problem.
No, I got believe. Hey, this is a brand new.
Has your mom given you the sex talk yet? I mean, like, I really don't want to have that conversation with my mother. Yeah. Like I've kind of had it with my father.
You want to hear? Oh, really? See, my parents never gave me the sex talk.
Okay.
That last one is really just the sickest, asking a young teenage boy whether or not he's had the sex talk. Like, he's doing a media hit on a radio, and she's asking him as one of the questions, like, have you had the sex talk? This is Hollywood for you.
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me.
Hailey Bieber has kept quiet for a long time, but now she's breaking the silence. And what she's saying about Justin's past and his connection to Sean Diddy Combs is both heartbreaking and shocking. For years, fans have watched Justin struggle behind the scenes, the fame, the pressure, the emotional breakdowns. And while some people blamed success for the stress, Hailey is making it clear that something else was going on. Something that started long before Justin could fully understand it. In quiet interviews, subtle comments, and emotional moments on camera, Hailey has started to piece together a story that many people missed. And that story involves powerful people, broken trust, and a system that failed to protect a teenager with a world of talent and no idea what was waiting for him behind the curtain. Justin Bieber was just a kid when the world discovered him. His rise was meteoric. One moment he was singing in small-town Canada, and the next he was being flown to the United States, surrounded by executives, producers, and managers. He didn't have time to think. The opportunities were too big to ignore, and the people around him too powerful to question. One of those people was Diddy. Hailey has alluded to this connection before, but recently she's been more open. In a private conversation caught in a documentary segment, Hailey revealed how much pain Justin was holding onto from his earliest days in the industry. She talked about how he never had a chance to grow up normally, about how adults in powerful positions treated him more like a product than a person. And then came the name Diddy. According to Hailey, Justin rarely talks about those early interactions with Diddy. When he does, his tone changes. He gets quiet. His eyes drop. You can tell it still bothers him, she says. There are things from those days that he hasn't fully processed. She didn't go into graphic detail. She didn't need to. The implication was clear. What Diddy did or didn't do for Justin had a lasting effect. And now, as Diddy faces mounting lawsuits, investigations, and public backlash, it's becoming harder and harder to dismiss those early warning signs. There's a now infamous video clip of Justin as a teenager, smiling awkwardly as he talks about how Diddy took him for 48 hours, separating him from his team, promising him gifts, and introducing him to the real world of the music industry. Back then, it sounded like a fun celebrity story. Today, it sounds like something else entirely. Hailey reportedly told friends that she watched that clip recently and felt sick to her stomach. He was just a kid, she said, and everyone treated it like it was normal. But it wasn't normal. Hailey has watched Justin grow, heal, and confront the darkness of his past. She supported him through anxiety, emotional crashes, and sleepless nights. And now she's starting to connect the dots, the late nights, the sudden mood shifts. Justin has never publicly accused Diddy of wrongdoing, but what Hailey is saying now points to years of pain that can be traced back to that relationship. According to Hailey, Justin still has trouble trusting people, still has moments where he withdraws, overwhelmed by memories he doesn't always talk about. Hailey is careful with her words, but there's power in what she isn't saying. She knows enough to recognize that something was deeply wrong in the way her husband was treated. And now that Diddy is under intense scrutiny, more people are starting to believe her. The pattern is becoming clear. Diddy has been accused by multiple people of using his power to control, isolate, and manipulate. And while each case is different, the core of the allegations is the same. Diddy created environments where people felt unsafe, but couldn't say no. Hailey says that Justin was too young to understand what he was being pulled into. And by the time he realized what was happening, it was already too late. The damage had begun. The pressure had taken hold. And the person who was supposed to be guiding him had disappeared behind a wall of silence. There's a reason Hailey has stood by Justin through everything. She knows how much he's overcome. She knows that fame didn't just bring him fans, it brought him fear. And she knows that some of the people who claimed to be helping him were actually leading him into chaos. Hailey has become one of Justin's biggest protectors. And now, by speaking out, she's not just protecting him, she's warning others. She wants people to understand what really happens to young stars behind closed doors, how charm, connections, and promises can hide something much more damaging, and how easy it is for someone like Diddy to gain the trust of a teenager who just wants to succeed. Hailey also knows that this isn't just about Justin, it's about every young artist who walks into the industry full of hope and ends up trapped in someone else's game. It's about the need for accountability, for honesty, and for adults empowered to actually protect the kids they're working with. She's not naming names in every sentence, but she doesn't have to. The message is clear. What happened to Justin was real. It left scars. And it started when he was placed in the orbit of someone who didn't deserve his trust. Diddy's legal problems are growing, more people are coming forward, and Hailey's quiet bravery is giving others permission to speak because she's showing that it's okay to say something, even if it's hard, even if it brings up pain, even if the world doesn't want to hear it. Justin may never tell the full story publicly, but through Hailey, parts of that story are finally being heard. She's not looking for attention, she's looking for truth. And the truth is this: Justin Bieber was failed by the system, by the people around him, and especially by those who had power and didn't use it to protect him. Now Hailey is helping him reclaim that story, piece by piece. And as Diddy's empire begins to collapse, the silence that once protected him is fading. In its place, voices like Hailey's, clear, calm, and unwilling to let the past stay buried. This isn't just about one man's mistakes, it's about a culture that allowed it, and a couple brave enough to finally speak up. Justin Bieber was taken advantage of. He was pulled into rooms he didn't belong in, given responsibilities he wasn't ready for, and trusted people who didn't earn it. Hailey knows that, and now thanks to her, the world knows it too. This is just the beginning.